Okay, I came back for the afternoon here. I went away and had some food, and I decided to come back on because I have to come when I'm getting the downloads in. So then I got to come in and teach you. And then plus I work out like in the afternoon as well too, sort of kind of keep me more flexible while I'm in here. So I'm going to finish this workout, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'll bring you in the information what I have to offer or to give to you. Yes. Yeah, so I'm not too loose today. I feel a little stiff in the muscles because I have to get them worked up. And I've been sort of holding back. But I can't hold that way. No. Gotta do something a little bit fast so I get the muscles kind of warmed up. Then we can go for it. Yeah, I've had a kind of an interesting afternoon. After I left off the video, yeah, someone that showed up at my door, and that was a little interesting. And I'll kind of have to bring it in on to you whenever I sit down here. But I had a nice lunch, and so now I don't want to go. I only eat, something very small. I don't eat a lot because once your vibrations is up higher enough, you don't want to eat food. It's the last thing you want. You definitely don't want to make it. So it's like food don't be the most important thing to you anymore once you get your vibrations up higher. So I only ate some cheese and toast, but it's made me over full. So once I get done here with this one here, I'll sit down and give you what I got. I'm supposed to go here. Okay. Got the moves messed up today. Yeah, that's because I haven't been working out. I've been not slacking. I could say I have been slacking. Possibly I have been. Turn the heat down. I probably have. I could say I've been slacking. Yeah, I have. And in a lot of ways I have. Yeah, I have. Because no matter what excuse you may come up with yourself, it is what it is. And you are the one that has to have the control in your hands, and you got to be in the driver's seat, okay? And then you have a co-pilot that's driving along with you, that's helping you to steer the plane, you know. So, and also do the operation of the operation that you're working on, you see. So you are the one that has to be the picture to yourself, you know, and to the world. When you become to you become to yourself, become to the me, then you can become to the me of the world, the me. The me means as the me, then to the me. See, and so that's a lot of opening up. It's a lot of taking in. It's a lot of pushing out. It's a lot of bringing in, pushing out, and it is. And you have to take that in consideration, all things. What do you have to consider? You have physical, spiritual, mental, yeah, all those bodies you have. Etheric body, your eccentric body. The eccentric body is like the it's more like the energy field. So you have to consider every one of them when it comes to raising your vibrations. Let me raise my voice up. I just remembered that I have to speak up because I'm in a little tiny little netbook, it's called. And when I'm talking, I want to make sure you can hear me because I'm a little far away from there. So all of those has to be kept an eye on, a watch on, you know, and you have to always be working in the unity of them. And as you do for one, you must do for the other, you know. So you can't leave the physical body undone out of the equation. Physical body counts, matters. Whether you want to take it up to the next dimensional energy field, or whether you want to leave it here and leave out of it in order for you to keep up with the expectations of life and the spirit and the three or the four joined together. You got to work with this one too, okay? They all kind of sort of collectively work together. They bind into one. If you leave one off, you're leaving the other ones off as well, you know, because they all pull with each other. You see how it works? Same with a train or anything. The only thing that doesn't work together pretty much in one sense of a form is the human race and the animal races, if I can believe, or if I can see beyond this imagination here, because you was put into the energy of seeing different than one another, separated, seeing that you are different. Are you? What you say? Are you? Really? You tell me, are you different? Really? Only in the spell of yourself you are. Yeah, in the spell of the illusion, the deception. You are different. And the conscious of the source of all things, you are no different than me. We are the same. We are not different. Difference in what? Thought. That's what you are. You're only different in thought. That's what you are. Your thoughts, right? Wait, should you be different? It depends. But in that you should not be either. You should be in collective, which you are, in the spell of things. And when you come out of it, you will be in the collective, in the higher of things as well. Because it doesn't separate itself. Only separation comes on the free will planet, spaceship. Yeah, because the tests that you have. Freely do your homework, freely do not, Freely want to pass your class, or freely you don't. It's entirely up to you. So, I was thinking of doing another workout before I sit down, but I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking. I love to do both, So, but I remember what we left off from. We kind of talked about Yeshua, huh? I don't want to talk about him now. I don't think so. Ooh, no. What I think I want to do is do one more workout before I sit down. Maybe a couple more workouts, and then I'll come back and we'll talk, or we'll get information. We'll gather information up, okay? Because I got to channel up and then give out. Because I have to channel up and then channel back down. See, because my information is already stored within. I just got to channel in within to get it out so I can give it to you. And when I'm coming back from a channel that is a lot more higher than the channel that I'm putting it inside of, it takes a little more energy to evoke inside of it, So it's just like if you take a interest in electricity, you'll see what I'm saying, if you take an interest in that and see how voltage and all that different stuff works. Would be a good thing to study, so you would know, because I have not studied it, but I don't need to, and neither do you, not necessarily. I mean, you could, but who have all the time to study that, plus to know how to ascend to your higher self? Shoot. So it's in your higher self that everything is existent right there anyway. So all you have to do is go in and channel up, and then the information drops in. Just like the Matrix, yeah. Just like the Matrix, when you see them, when they needed to fly the helicopter. Okay, that's exactly how it works. Trust me. I just got to get you out of the dumb world, the world that makes you believe that you don't have a make-believe. You got to know how to make believe in order to see the world beyond the world that you see. You see? Then you can make magic. Then you can see magic, and you become magical. And then you realize that you are in a magical world. Because once you step away from the solidation of the life that you are sort of glued to, that reality that you get up every day, you go to work, you go to school, you learn to go to you do the same little routine every little day. You got the little routines going. You may do something just a little bit different, but it does not really fall out of place, you see. It still stays in that formula, that format, program that you programmed in. So I do my eyes kind of crazy when I'm talking, so I was wearing my shades. I should have kept them on, because my eyes be going, But so, yeah, You gotta become magical. You know the kids that says, "Oh, we talking to my imaginative friends." They were for real, and they did have a real imaginative friend. But it was their own higher self. What had happened? They come in, and they were still channeled in to their self, who they really truly are, and they could hear the voices of themselves speaking into the tuition of themselves at that age, because their memory hasn't been wiped. They never did. Yours have, of course, many times. Except if you were born at a certain timeline, somewhere around 92 or something like that. I don't think I think that's when it's kind of they did something totally different, where you didn't come in through the soul cycle. You came straight from the stars, instead of coming down through the other way, where they kind of recycling you through. You know what I'm saying? So you hadn't been, they stopped the recycling. I don't know if they stopped the recycling, but they wasn't allowing them to come through that way anymore. They had sort of, those that was going through was much in the older timelines, okay? The younger ones that was coming in was coming straight in from out of the star systems, without, I suppose, bypassing that way, okay, where the memories didn't get wiped. I have to tie that in because there's a great lot of information that goes with that soul cycle, or contraptions, whatever they got out there, where you see the light and you go and you draw into it. I have to tell you how that operates, and so I really need to make sure that when they stop, when the star seeds came in, and they just bypassed it and came straight in from out the star seeds, and at a certain age where those that had already come in through the soul cycler was already in here. See, so I don't know if they were still recycling any newer ones to come through, because I don't think they were, because they were too new. But well, I'll look into it more and see. I'm sort of down on my research lately because I don't have my laptop, which I'm working on getting that too, because that's the way I do my research. And then I'm still sort of without the other pair of eyes that I need to see with, because yeah, I'm in my training just like everyone else. So my training is got me really pulling for magic while I'm in here. But so yeah, magic is the way out. It's allowing yourself to be free, to see the magic that's in the mirror, or as Alice in Wonderland, okay, where you will see all the magic that takes place. See, I want you to get the understanding, well, I want you to see this, that considering the source of all energy, which is assimilated inside of its thoughts of itself, and the thoughts of itself is assimilated, and then bringing it out itself in the seeing, so that it can see in itself, okay, so it can see in itself, and with the thoughts. So in putting its thoughts out, there are bringing forth its the seeing of it in every magical form that it decides to create itself in, or that it brings itself in the form of itself inside of. So here's what I want to get you to see, is that
if if it hadn't been a thought, it could not be seen. You see, it's impossible. You can't, if the thought's not there, then the seeing is not there. Well, how do you see without the thought first? So the thought has to come forth, and then you see it, or then you form it. You see, by exercising it and you putting energy inside of it. So you have to see that nothing is created with that, except it was thought first. You see? Okay, I'm glad you do because that was a lot. So let me work out a little bit here, and then maybe I can bring you something more. I just want to get out and kind of give you that little bit there, but because it had came to me, it was. But I had planned on giving it to you in a different way, but it just came out anyway. You know, without me planning it. I'm going to get back to more of. I'm gonna do some more workouts, and then I may come back later tonight or something, because I'm still working on knowing how to pause the video and then start back in. So I may have to stop it again, but because as I said before, I can only stay in front of the electronics for a while, for a minute, because they are overpowering. Yet I am working on getting things set up so that when I'm here and I'm in front of all the electronics and all the ones that surround me, that it will help balance the energy, because the EMP, I think the EMF comes through there. It's like the like I said, the energy of the planet raising itself up. The spaceship is hovering up, to ascending to a higher level, and the energy has to come through more forcefully, which does affect our bodies and our mind and everything. but here's the thing: it's good for you. It is the way you raise your vibrations. It is the way it is raising your energy. But you have to adapt to it. That's the difference, because with it coming in, oh boy, does it feel crazy. Like I said, I feel like worms crawling on you. It's horrible. So it's not a good feeling the way it feels. But you have to be able to take it in, and then you adapt to it. If you can't take it in, then it does not. Then it affect you much harder, and it's not fun. But the more you take it in, the higher your vibrations will go, and then the more you're able to see outside of the force field, the veil, even, whatever you want to call it, the veil, the force field, whatever. Because the higher vibrations go, the more the thinner the veil becomes that's in front of you, and then you can't have fear, because in fear won't allow you to see this on the other side of the wall, or you can see through the wall actually. Yeah, trust me. And here I want to tell you about the plants. When my vibrations is high, which as I am right now, and not from smoking, just from the energy itself, because I don't really smoke that much. I really don't. I smoke because, of course, I started out smoking and had with medical, because I walked in the body with the disabled and all that stuff, but I'm working on healing that. So does it help from what I am dealing with? Not unless you get your own feel. Yeah, then it will. But but when the vibrations is higher, the plants, you're able to see the plants. Oh, this is what I want to give to you. You're able to see the plants vibrating as well, and the trees and everything is vibrating. The plants talk back to you, and then they are vibrating with you. So, but here's how it happens. You have to slow down. Slow down completely, slow enough as to where you are barely moving. That means putting your energy out, going different, going every place but back to yourself. You cannot be giving yourself this way in order to slow down, in order to come back to yourself. So you have to come back, you have to come to a complete stillness in your life. Pretty much like I said, a monk. And you don't have to get as far as I am, but you got to come close. Because you have to come into that now, that still now. All the thoughts and everything has to come to your right now, where I'm at now. And you cannot allow yourself to go any further. To where you can sit there and butter your bread and still and totally enjoy buttering it. Totally feel the energy of the love that you're putting in it. That's how slow you got to get down to. But as slow as you can get, you have to get that slow in order to speed up. So you have to slow down to speed up. That's how you get the vibrations. Yeah. So, and if you don't slow down, you cannot speed up. So in order to speed up, your vibrations rise up high, and they get faster and faster. The physical body, must slow completely down, or the thoughts has to come completely down. The thoughts has to slow down completely to where they are not moving away from where you are at right now, in your now. And where is that? Here I am right here in this bedroom. So I have to be entertained inside of here, or in this, however many rooms I have. I'm allowed to go out of the room. I just hardly ever do, but I do. But I'm allowed to entertain myself within here, as long as this is where I'm entwined inside of. And then, if I desire to let my thoughts leave from here, then they should go out collectively to reach the people that are still needing to come to themselves or to wake up. So they should go out through my heart, touch them, think about them, send energy toward them, call them in, things like that. That's where my heart should go. That's where my thoughts should go. Other than that, they're gone away from myself. If I start pulling out to the grocery stores, even though I do have to come to that place at times, but there's a time and a place for everything. And so, normally a lot of times it's just before you get ready to lay down, a few hours or something at night before you lay down, you come to yourself and you pull out your grocery list and you begin to jot down what you need to put on that list or whatever you have to do, if there's things you have to do. And then then before you wind down, I can't say I'm absolutely entwined with that schedule, because my meditations a lot of times come on all through the day. I don't just have a certain time that it comes on, but I'm working on putting it in a schedule, because if I do that, it's more than a ritual, and it works a lot more stronger and much powerful. Okay, so this is all for right now, and I will come back. I don't know, tomorrow, later. I'm not sure. Okay, namaste.